You already know what time it is. This topic is genuinely so lame and boring, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I think I'm pretty charismatic, so I'm just gonna lay down all the scaling and the best interpretations for said scaling, and overall come to the best conclusion for this debate. Now, with that out of the way, let's discuss these two goats and where they stack in comparison to one another. Oh yeah, I forgot, and my goat toaster's here with me. You can subscribe to him. I guess, I mean, like, he kind of smells that. The last time I did scaling regarding Naruto and One Piece, I talked about Naruto first, so I'll just start off with Luffy. As I've said time and time again in previous videos, the best highball you can give Luffy is planet to star level if we take the Whitebeard feat at face value. For this video in particular, we are giving Luffy the benefit of the doubt and saying he scales to Kaido, who isn't far off from Whitebeard, so he should be in that star level range, as some calculations have the One Piece planet larger than a star. Again, these arguments are shaky, but just to show why this is a mismatch, I am giving Luffy the benefit of the doubt, so please do not cry in my comments, bro. Like, please don't. People are gonna do it regardless, but I just had to say it. As for speed, well, he's easily reaching light speed and many times over that, since characters in pre-time skip are already arguably light speed, and with Luffy having gear multipliers along with power cliffing the majority of the verse after Whole Cake and Wano, Luffy even in his base form should be well into light speed. As for hack/abilities, I mean, Luffy has ways of ignoring conventional durability through the use of advanced armament and conquerors, with conquerors potentially working on a spiritual level. Now, he's not going to be on some Mahito shit and grabbing people's souls, but at least on a small scale, Luffy can hit spirits, as conquerors is just the embodiment of your spirit. This may be consistent as well, since Asura attacks with one spirit, and we know Zoro utilized it in Wano, and it was implied that he tapped into advanced conquerors. Again, bro can't transmute a soul, but he has some type of way to attack things like ghosts and stands. As for the other abilities, he can see into the future, and with Gear 5 has very limited Toon Force, being able to essentially bully opponents on his level with versatility. He could turn the ground to rubber, grab lightning bolts, poke through people's eyes, and etc. It's safe to say Gear 5 is pretty broken, but how does it stack up against Naruto?
Now, before we talk about Naruto in his prime, it should be established that even before Naruto actually got Baryon mode, Naruto by the end of Shippuden was a fucking beast. Kurama alone was stated that he can just turn the world to ash, which Madara not only beats on his own, but then goes on to absorb the other 8 Biju, becoming the 10 Tails, and then base 6 Paz Naruto just comes in and fucking bullies him, so yeah. Then Madara gets another Rinnegan, gets hoed by Plot, and then an even stronger being who can also create a truth-seeking orb so strong that it can actually destroy the planet. Naruto then fights and damages Kaguya, holds back on an amped Sasuke who was already fighting Kaguya, draws with him, and then somehow gets even stronger by the time he'd become Hokage. He's actually able to box and press a Momoshiki who was absorbing chakra from Kaguya's dimensions, which we know at the very least contains stars in it along with celestial bodies. This is a Naruto who with barely any chakra, mind you, so not only is he nerfed, but this isn't even him at his peak, that being Baryon mode, putting a fully powered Naruto easily in that star to maybe even solar system levels of power. As for speed, well, we have a bunch of characters who base Naruto would massively upscale from, who are light speed or have light speed attacks, like Haku, Darui, Itachi, and you know, the list just keeps going on. Naruto, even before his crazy amps within the war arc, should be easily in this tier of speed, and with amps as small as the one-tailed cloak being at least a 10 times boost. Obviously, things like KCM, 6-Pass Sage Mode, and Baryon Mode would put his speed easily in the massively faster than light range.
As for abilities, well, Naruto has crazy regen, can attack people's souls and withstand soul-based attacks with truth-seeking orbs and 6-Pass Sage Mode, has access to all basic chakra natures along with things like magma and magnet release, can clone himself thousands of times over, can shoot shurikens that cause internal damage. On top of this, he has extended range with his punches, along with being able to predict and anticipate moves with Frog Kata, which mind you gives people with the Rinnegan trouble, which is just an evolved Sharingan, which already alone gives you precognition. And now let's talk about the contentious points. But, Tyler, Luffy has Toon Force. He can play basketball with Naruto's Biju Bombs. For starters, Luffy simply is not strong enough to utilize his Toon Force like how he did with Kaido against Naruto due to how much stronger Naruto is. And even Kaido himself could contest with these abilities and could essentially negate it with Haki, which at its core is just what Chakra and Ki are. Naruto simply would just have enough power to counteract these abilities and not be too affected.
Luffy wins via Speed Blitz During Egg. The main argument for Luffy I always hear is Speed Blitz and During Egg, which is just not really true. Both of them, in our opinion, have relative speed, with both characters easily being MFTL+, and even if we say Luffy is a bit faster, why would his During Egg work anyway? Naruto has dealt with things like Truth-Seeking Orbs, which would be more effective than any advanced airmen or conkers, and we actually see him just fucking kick the Truth-Seeking Orb, so it's like, bro. The most these two abilities do is get through defenses and can harm Naruto, but that doesn't even work as Naruto has regeneration helping him, and it's not even going to be fatiguing him like Gear 5 did. And also, side note, Future Sight doesn't really work as Naruto has fought people with pretty much the exact same ability.
But I learned Baron Mode has a time limit. This is the biggest piece of copium I've seen, bro. Are we really gonna act like Luffy's Gear 5 goes on forever like Super Saiyan Grade 4? Are we really gonna say Luffy's win con is through stamina, which Luffy himself already has bad stamina? Okay, bro. Like, bro, if you're gonna try and push an agenda, let's do it a little better. Like, come on now. In conclusion, Naruto's most consistent scaling is higher than Luffy's absolute best scaling, along with him having better hacks and more ways to kill him than Luffy does. We need to stop thinking Gear 5 is reaching a new tier of power. This is not Ultra Instinct. The only thing that changes this matchup is Luffy prolongs his life a few more seconds and looking like a Looney Tunes character before getting turned into sushi from a Rasen Shuriken. Naruto still slaps Luffy. Stay mad, and I swear to God, if you guys try and switch up in the comments from One Piece Tard to Naruto Tard, I'm gonna lose it.
Believe it, bitch.